Alright, hello everyone, it's Team Rocket Draws here with another Pokemon drawing tutorial. And for this video guys, we're going to be drawing Magby. So as you guys can see on screen, this is how he ends up looking like. So if you guys want to learn how to draw him, then let's get started. I'm also going to put up a reference right now on screen. That way it's easier for you guys to draw, and at the same time you guys can get all your details. Just keep in mind guys that we are going to start by doing a sketch, and then from there on you guys are going to do your final drawing. So remember to do your lines light. Alright, first of all, we're going to start by doing this oval shape, and then we're going to do a line going through the middle straight up, and we're also going to extend that line just a little bit, and then we're going to split it in half the other way. Right here you guys see me using a spare piece of paper. I just kind of like marked down where a little line, like where basically the half of the circle is kinda, and then I measured the bottom, and if it matches then it's basically alright. So then once we have that, we could do by doing the body right here. And then we can start by also doing the legs right here, the thighs I guess. And then one of the things that I realized is that they kind of meet up right in the middle. So if you guys do a straight line right there in the middle of the body and it matches up, then basically that's where we go. So we could do this other reference line to kind of place the hands right here, and just try to make the shape of the hands right there the same size, and then kind of just lining up with the thighs. We're gonna do another circles right here for the oval shapes for the feet, and it just kind of lines up right there guys. That's why I like doing those reference lines, that way you guys can get a better idea. Alright, so once we have those, we can start by doing the little bumps on his head. I'm just gonna call it his hair, and it's basically these circles right here. Once again, just trying to make them the same size on either one. They're roughly the same, and once we have that, we could just do these right here, and then we could just match them up in the middle on the top. And if it doesn't match up, then don't try to match it exactly at the top where you did the line guys. As long as it looks good, then go for it. Alright, so now that we have that, we could go ahead and do his actual snout or his beak, because he is more of a duck. Like this is probably going to be the hardest part guys. And then his mouth. And then I didn't like how it looked right there, so I just erase it and I make it a little bit better. Once we have that, we could actually do the eyes, and I think if I messed up in the drawing in any way, it was in the eyes. It was just like in the eyes guys, I think. Oh sorry, I kind of hit the mic right there. But yeah, I think the eyes just didn't line up properly. I didn't do a good job on the eyes, but that's nothing new guys. I always have trouble doing eyes. It's just one of those things that is gonna hunt me for the rest of my life. But yeah, so now we could just connect the actual arms right there, as well as the feet. And now for the tail, it's around there. And now we could actually do the shape of his belly right there. And we basically have a rough sketch of Magby guys. Now it's just about adding some of the smaller details, for example the claws right here. And one thing that I just want to remind you guys is that those two claws on the feet, both legs should be the same size. Just try to make them even, as well as the ones on top of over here on his hands. So if you guys notice at the reference, all the claws, his fingers, basically the claw on his fingers and the claws on his feet, they're the same size. So just try to make that even throughout. Don't forget his little collar right there for his neck. And now we could just go ahead and then start erasing some of those lines that are not supposed to be there. So this is one of those times where we need to focus a little bit more on the reference and just look at go section by section, and if there's a line that's not supposed to be there, you guys can go ahead and erase it. And once you guys erase those lines that are not supposed to be there, you're basically finished with your sketch. From here on guys, you guys can do it any way that you guys want. This is the time to fix any changes. For example right here, for me the leg didn't look right there. It didn't match up in the right spot, so I went ahead and I fixed it. Since we have the overall sketch guys, anything that doesn't look right is gonna be really noticeable. For example, maybe his feet are not the same size, or maybe the claws are not the same size, or maybe the eyes are a little bit weird, or his hair bumps are not the same size, or just awkward, or his shape overall. This is the time to make those changes. But the way that I do it guys is, you guys see me here, I erased the whole drawing, and you guys could probably still see the lines that I did before from the sketch, even though I erased it. But once I do that, once I erase the whole drawing, it just makes it a little bit cleaner, and then I can still see the outline from the sketch. So then I just go over it, and then this is where I make any changes necessary to make my final drawing. So even though I erased it, guys, I can still see the lines. This is the way I prefer to do it, just because if you guys notice right here, it's a lot cleaner. So this is where I noticed that the right eye is actually a little bit bigger than the one on the left. So unfortunately, that was my mistake. So I'm gonna point out my mistakes, that way you guys don't do the same. And then I did end up coloring, as you guys saw earlier. I used my watercolor pencils. I just used the red and the yellow for the beak and the actual belly. And once I used those guys and they dried up, I waited, and then I just used my regular color pencil. So I used like a dark red, a regular red, and then I believe I used a black as well for like the dark shadows, because that's something I like doing on my drawings. I like using like really dark like shadows, I guess. But yeah, guys, so then for the beak and the belly, I just used like a yellow, a darker yellow, a brown, and then the black for the darkest spots, for example under the belly. And then basically once I shaded it the way that I liked it, then I just went over the outline, the final outline, with the pencil, just to make it stand out a little bit better. And unfortunately, due to the glare of the lights that I used, you're not able to fully see Magby that great. So I did end up taking a picture, but I angled it a little bit. So this is how he ended up turning out, guys. Hopefully I was able to help you guys out. Remember, I'm not the greatest at coloring. I've been trying this new technique out where I use the watercolors and color pencils, and I feel like if I practice this a little bit more, this might be my thing, you know what I mean? This is probably the thing that I'll be using. So you guys could go ahead and color it any way you guys want to. This is more of how to draw Magby, and then I'll show you guys, like, if I do color it, then I'll tell you guys basically what I did. But overall, guys, I was happy with them, other than the eyes. Like I said before, the right eye is a little bit misshaped. It's not the right shape, but overall I think he came out pretty good. So let me know in the comment section below if you guys ended up drawing them. And remember, guys, you guys could always send in your Pokemon drawings to be featured at the beginning of my videos, just like the one you saw on this one. So if you guys would like to do that, there's links in the description below for my email. And yeah, guys, I think that's gonna be it for this video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more videos, and I guess I'll just catch you guys on the next one. Team Rocket Draws